Kanu and Noru were neighboring villages. No man traveled from one to the other. It was said that their hatred for one another began with their forefathers. Chiku's daughter lay on her mat, sick, unable to talk or move. Chiku said to his wife, Adora, "My love, if I don't make the journey to Noru, our daughter will lose her life. The herbs to heal her is located on the land of Noru, and I will make it fast with no one noticing." Adora did not like the idea of her husband going into the enemy's territory, but for the sake of their sick daughter, she said to her husband, "Be sure to return, my husband. You are the only person I have." She kissed her husband's cheeks as he set off in the night of terror to Noru, not knowing what would become of him. Chiku arrived at the borders of Noru, but was captured by the guards of the border. The next day, word spread through Kanu of Chiku's capture. Adora screamed in pain at the thought of her husband being tortured and finally killed and hanged at the outskirts of Noru. His body hung on a stake with the people of Kanu unable to give him a befitting burial. Later that day, Adora lost her daughter also. The scorned woman vowed to take revenge on the whole village and make sure they suffer in the worst way possible. In the light of the day, Adora walked through the borders of Noru without fear. She got to the village and told them a story of being from a very far village, which they believed her, for the wrath of a scorned woman is beyond the imaginations of a man. She lived in the village for a year in preparation of a revenge as a food seller. Adora found out the whole village's involvement in the death of her husband. Mama Adora's revenge food was how everyone knew her in Noru. Indeed, her food was the revenge. Everyone gathered to listen to what the announcement was about. "Good morning, people of Noru. Chiba, the son of Mama and Papa Chiba, has been missing from his compound. He was sent by his parents to the stream to fetch water, but never returned." This wasn't news to the people of Noru. One speculated he might have fallen into the river. "These children of these days are hotheads," the woman said. That day, Mama Adora's revenge food spread through the village of how good it tasted. Adora sat in her hut at night and wept for her dead family. Her husband just wanted to go for herbs from the other village to heal their daughter, but instead, these people of Noru returned him on a stake. "I will make sure you eat all your children as meals, and after I have told you, I will finish the job," she said to herself in the silence of the night, with a promise and pain in her voice. The disappearance of children continued despite all the borders closed and strict parental control. Some even disappeared in their huts by morning. Little by little, every child in the village of Noru was gone. Adora smiled and patted herself on the back. She had done a great job and revenged her husband in the most vicious way ever. One morning, she called every parent to her establishment and said to them, "Mothers and fathers of Noru, you have suffered enough about the disappearance of your children. You have been looking for your children for far too long, and I know you all are tired and hungry. You all have this," she said, and served them her food. and waited till they all had eaten. Then she began her story. Do you all remember about a year and a half ago, a young man came into your village to find herbs? She waited for the question to register. She then continued. That was my husband. Our little girl was sick and she needed herbs from this village. Sacrificing his life, he came here. And you all, she said, pointing to every one of them, took his life. By this time, everyone had started feeling the effect of the poison Adora had put in their food. I poisoned you all. You people will die soon with no living person in sight. I promised to wipe out this village, and I was able to accomplish it. And oh, before I forget, the meal you just ate was Imadike's daughter. Does she taste nice? Adora asked, smiling viciously. You all ate your children, licked your fingers and enjoyed the food not knowing they were your children. That was when the people of Noru realized that the food they liked, tasted, were their children. They began wailing, and one by one, they died. Adora walked over the hundreds of bodies back to Kanu, but on her way, she fell, hit her head on a rock, and passed away. Even in her death, she rejoiced at the death of the people of Noru.